Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Knuck and Futz channel. My name is Mike. Today, we're going to be talking about a video, Trans Women in Sports with Pearl. We're going to be commenting on the video. Without further ado, here's the video.
Should trans women be included in feminist conversations? How about in women's spaces?
Yes, they're women. What's the question?
Pearl,
Trans women are women.
I want to come at this from the position of an athlete. So I play semi-pro basketball, semi-pro volleyball. So when it comes to like athletic spaces, I don't think that trans women should be allowed into athletic spaces because I don't think it's a fair. I think as female athletes, we work so incredibly hard for the little opportunity there is in women's sports.
Would this be a barrier?
There's no barrier. There's less opportunity in some industries.
That's what a barrier is.
There's less. It's not no.
See, Pearl's so right when she says that. And you see already, before she can even get a word out, she's being attacked, put down, criticized for her opinion. Let's hear what else she has to say.
No, it's based on the market. Okay,
Hold on, guys.
Okay, so again, we work very hard for the little opportunity there is in the space because we're not as entertaining as the men. Sorry, we're just not. And so it's like you're gonna take the little opportunity that we're given, and the problem is we can't compete. We can't. Like I'm 6 foot. If I go up against a 6 foot guy and I play basketball with him, he's gonna body me.
And what happens if I go up against you?
Even if I have years more of training. And so it's like you're taking away the little opportunity that we're given and we all work so hard for. And you
Pearl's right. You know, they train their whole lives, to play semi-pro or pro ball. And then you have a female that used to be a male, still has the same bone density, same muscle structure, coming in and playing sports, and, they can't do anything. She worked very hard, as a lot of women do, and once again, this is her opinion. She's stating how she feels. She's trying to talk to people, and she's getting attacked for it.
giving it back to biological guys. It's like this will be the end of women's sports.
Have you tried confidence?
Eli, hold on, Minnie.
Sorry, confidence can't make me bench what a guy benches. Confidence can't make me 6'7".
So hostile. She's sharing her
And confidence
experience.
can't make me 6'7".
No, she's sharing.
And I'd have to go.
No, she's not. She's.
You see how that lady tried to stick up for her? She is. She's sharing her opinion as they shared their opinion, and she's getting attacked and criticized and put down for it. The thinking nowadays is just insane. I have no idea where they're coming from.
Woman who's had an experience. You guys are so obsessed with your own experiences and your own existence, and yet when a woman is sitting here telling you, I feel as though this is unfair and this is compromising and this situation is not helping women, you guys are like, meh, meh, meh. But when you're like, I'm a black person that did this, and this, then it's not valid and fair and viable.
Eli, I want to give you the chance to respond.
She just brought up a good point. When they want to bring their issues up, they want us to be understanding and hear what they have to say and, let them speak. But when we want to voice our opinion, it's a big problem. And they want to yell and scream and shut you down and criticize you. And, they're pretty much controlling the media and everything now. And you can't even have a rational, reasonable adult conversation about it.
This is basically a joke of a talking point. Everyone has biological advantages in sports. How tall are you?
5'11" and a half. I'm tall.
I'm 5'8". I am a trans woman. You would crush me. You would absolutely crush
Bone
me.
density, wrist strength, muscle density. You can't switch those.
Did you see how she tried to say that Pearl would crush her? But in reality, if she had practiced her whole life as Pearl has, there's no way Pearl could compete with her. Now, she has not practiced sports in any way, shape, or form, and she's given the opinion with no practice at all, of course Pearl's going to beat you. But if you had practiced as long as she has, the facts state that you would dominate.
Yeah, exactly. You would crush me.
But also, Eli, you would never play at the
Also, did you see how she tried to turn that around? She was stating facts, that she was stronger and had, bone density and muscle structure stronger than Pearl's, and she still tried to say, exactly, you would be stronger than me. Absurd.
because you would never get there.
So let me give you a few more examples here too. So Michael Phelps produced more last
lactic acid in his body, which caused him to swim better than any of his competitors. This was widely celebrated, and nobody contested it. Now, this is in performance.
A male's natural hormones that help him perform, how can you fault him for that? But when a male transforms into a female, they still have the same bone density, the same muscle structure, and they are way stronger than a woman. And if they practice just as much as a woman does, they would dominate that woman. Time and time again, we've seen it where women just cannot compete with men.
Enhancing hormone.
Damn thing.
So we all have different bodies. And now I'm not saying that trans women who aren't on hormones should participate, but there are, I mean, every major medical and every major sports organization agrees that trans women who have been on hormones for between 1 and 3 years, depending on the organization, have the same competitive abilities.
The study that you're referencing had like 7 people participated.
Right.
By the way, I'm referencing several different studies. I'm a trans woman and a researcher.
It's getting personal. I don't want it to be personal.
Right. Do you see how personal they take it when they try to talk and tell them their opinion and try to have a open, honest discussion? They take it so personal, like we're trying to put them down or harm them in some way, shape, or form. All we're simply stating is that it is not fair for a female to play sports against a male.
Told that our opinions don't count because they're not the right kind of opinions, and we're
Exactly.
constantly shouted over and talked over, regardless of what we look like, because there's one group in society that basically takes precedence, and it's frustrating. So yeah, of course.
She made a very good point.
Frustrating because when we try to talk about it, we get shouted.
See, do you see that person proving her point for her? As she's trying to tell her point, whether she agrees with it or not, she's laughing loudly and rudely over her, cutting her off, not letting her finish. Can't get her point out.
We get told to be quiet. We get spoken down to as well. So
Okay,
there's hostility there for plenty of women.
Let's try to make this an opportunity to speak.
You're literally a white woman from Australia. You live in a bubble, and you're pissed that voices that have been silenced forever finally can be heard.
That's why they have the voice, because they speak up.
No, because she's pissed because she can't have a rational, reasonable conversation with a grown adult, male or female.
Okay, we're having a conversation about transgender women participating in sports, and I wanted to allow more people to participate. Jordan, I wanted to hear from you.
So I am not a professional athlete. The closest thing I have ever done to anything athletic was I used to do competitive show choir when I was younger. And I don't feel really qualified to make carte blanche statements about whether or not trans women should compete in every kind of sport. And I understand that is kind of...
See, at least she is having some sort of rationality to this and being at least somewhat open-minded and reasonable to listen to whatever they have to say. Let's hear what else she has to say.
That's a hard pill to swallow, and for me, my first inclination is to approach everything through a lens of inclusivity, but at the same time, I also can't speak accurately to every kind of sport and the different things that go into it. So I really think in these instances, the decisions are best left up to the professional governing bodies that dictate these particular sports.
Finally, we got somebody who said something rational and reasonable. Hopefully, with more discussion and conversation, we can get the trans community to listen to things. We're not trying to exclude them or ridicule them or harm them in any way. We're just trying to tell them how they're making us feel.
Just feel like in places, as an ally, in places where there's no understanding, we can just respect and not really, like, our opinions don't fucking matter.
Eli, I saw you nodding your head over there. Stop, bro.
That is the farthest thing from the truth I have heard in a long time. You make your opinions matter. Whether we agree with it or not, you force it on us, shove it down our throat until we're sick of it. And that's why people like me are making videos, because we're tired of hearing this. We're tired of not having our voices heard. We let you speak and say and do what you want to do and say. Now let us have our say. Hear us, listen to us, understand us.
This is more than about sports. This is about free and equal participation for transgender people.
See, once again, taking one issue and twisting it into all kind of crazy stuff.
And the right sees this as a socially acceptable way to begin to remove trans people from different engagements in our society. So it does.
Nobody said anything like that at all. All we said is it's not fair for men to play women in sports, and it turns into something totally insane, totally off the rails, that has nothing to do with the conversation at hand. That's what they take one little aspect and twist it all around and turn it all around, and this is what you get.
Is just start with sports or bathrooms or locker rooms, something that they find is more acceptable. And then at this point, they start to move into education, getting trans teachers fired, banning trans books. This is a route that is very effective because it's seen as more acceptable. But it's also overlooking a lot of major details. Like, I mean, do y'all know how many trans women have won national titles?
One too many.
One too many. Amen, Pearl. Perfectly said. One too many. Men should not compete against women. It is not physically fair, period. But these people are so delusional, so out of their minds, they only hear what they want to hear, and anybody who says anything against that, they will ruin their career, ruin their life, harass them, shame them, all the stuff that they say they don't want to happen to them, they do to everybody else to get their point across. How do you get your point across when you're doing everything that you say is done to you to others? How do you get your point across? Anyway, guys, if you like what you hear and you want to hear more content, leave a message and hit the like button, subscribe, and hope to hear from you soon.